Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and we're not going to play a game today, but I am going to just sort of relive a little nostalgia here. Star Trek The Next Generation customizable card game. I pulled this out of mothballs. I mean, you can see this is supposed to be like a divider, and it's been like these cards have been in this folder for the last 20 plus years, and I found it downstairs and figured, hey, let's go ahead and show some of this off. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about the Star Trek customizable card game, it's sort of like Magic the Gathering in the sense that you'd buy these cards in packs, you don't know what you're getting in these packs, and you're trying to build up a deck. You create a deck of cards, I think it's a 60-card deck. I don't remember all of the rules. Again, it's been 20 years since I've done this, and I bet you that the game that we played as kids, we played it probably incorrectly. But yeah, there's a little instruction book here. I'm sure there's a PDF online that you can find, but yeah, there's the rules here that came with like one of the core sets. So basically, you're going to be seeding in this game a space line. So there's different planets and different areas of interest, and then you've got these dilemma cards, which are slid underneath this. And I don't know how I have this organized, to tell you the truth. It's sort of all over the place. But these dilemma cards, like here's a space dilemma here. Let me go ahead and pull some of these out so you can see it. Like here's a space dilemma card. So I would put this dilemma underneath a space location. That might be, let's see if I can find one. Yeah, so here's a test mission. Sure. If I can pull this out, there we go. So there's a little symbol there. So that symbol means space mission, test mission. These here are the factions that can attempt that mission. This is what you have to have on your ship. You know, you've got a ship. You can build multiple ships. And you can put crew members onto those ships. And this is what you have to have stat-wise in order to try that mission. And then you'll be able to try the dilemma, or basically you flip over these dilemma cards one at a time and try and complete them in order to complete the mission. And I think the objective is to complete so many missions in order to win the game. Again, it's been a while. But yeah, basically the timeline is seeded with these different planets and space missions. You slide these dilemma cards underneath. I don't remember if you're seeding your own dilemma cards, like if you're putting your own dilemma cards under your own planets, or I don't remember how that works. I just remember that I have a bunch of nasty dilemma cards that I put under my enemy planets, just because I'm kind of a jerk that way. But yeah, you want to make them as tough as possible so that your opponent has a hard time. But yeah, there's all sorts of dilemmas here. Some of these, I apologize for the glare, some of these you'll recognize, like here's from Schism, which is a Next Generation episode. I think all of these are Next Gen. I don't know if Deep Space Nine was around yet when these cards came out. I don't think so. I don't know if there's a copyright at the back of this. 1994 is the date. The copyright is 1994 there. So yeah, there's various dilemmas. There's different factions in the game. There's Federation, Klingon, Romulan, and there's like a neutral yellow faction. So I apologize in the background. You might hear idly typing. She's hard at work on her farm. It's fine. So I've got some Federation cards here. I don't remember how good they are. Like here's the USS Galaxy. And again, I've got more Federation cards in a separate area for some reason. It's either part of my deck or part of a different. There was these white border cards for the longest time, and then there was a dark bordered card set that came out after that. So yeah, each ship has like range, weapons, and shields. You need an officer and I think 2 crew members or something like that based on these little stars here. Each crew member has various things. Holodeck and tractor beam is what this particular ship has, which goes hand in hand with the different dilemmas that you'll face. Like here's a, let me see if I can find one with, here's a temporal causality loop. This is from the Next Generation episode Cause and Effect, where they had a repeating time loop. Unless science and cunning is greater than 35, undo your last 2 actions of this turn and end turn, discard dilemma. So some are nastier than others. Points. I think when you complete dilemmas and planets, you gain points. Stuff like that. I've got some other nasty ones, like you may remember Nigilum from Season 2, this little creature that was testing the Enterprise D. Half of the crew is killed, random selection, round down, unless 3 diplomacy or strength is greater than 40 aboard, discard dilemma. So yeah, different things like that. It's really cool. So yeah, I think this is like I think this is just like a library, and then I've got other crew members. Like here's what's his face, Cerna, yeah, from Peak Performance was the name of the episode, where there was a battle between Riker's Constellation ship and Picard's ship in war game scenario. And then the Ferengi show up. But anyway, yeah, there's Tate from Descent. She was a science officer that was helping Beverly Crusher when she was in command during that two-parter. Hannah Bates, Soren, Menden, what else do we have here? Some are VIP, some are science, some are officers. Like here's Christopher Hobson from... It was a two-parter. Data was in command, I think, of the Sutherland. I think it was, and he was the first officer. But yeah, you can see they each have like integrity, cunning, strength. They sometimes have these little skills down here. So you're going to be building your deck, your 60-card deck based on these. There's even exocomps up here. What else we got going? Okay, so yeah, there's more Federation here. Then there's the Klingons here. So you've got like the Vorcha, Covort class, Vorn, Pak, the Bortus, and then some other Klingons that you might recognize. Let's see. Clag. I think that was when Worf did the Federation and Klingons first officer swap kind of thing, or there was an episode where Worf went to a Klingon. Oh no, Riker went to a Klingon ship, and yeah, and vice versa. I think a Klingon went to, anyway. So the Romulans, the Derek Science Vessel Scout, Pardek. And again, all the different factions have different people, and they all have different stats on them. So I've got a lot here, as you can see. I was a collector of this game. Ton. I don't know how much this is worth today. Jera from Timescape, that was the name of the episode, where the Enterprise was frozen. She was one of the two aliens that were on board, though. Tomalak, he's come up a lot. Oh yeah, and here's the neutral. You've got like combat vessels, mercenary ship, transports, Yuderian shuttle, Husnock, and then these are some of the crew members. Like here's some Ferengi, some others. I think that was when Picard was pretending to be like an archaeologist or something and infiltrated a mercenary ship. It was a two-parter. Yeah, Boran was the name of the captain of that ship. And then some event cards that get played. Like here's a Raise the Stakes card. Again, I don't remember the benefits of these cards off the top of my head. Your opponent must forfeit the game. Oh, or agree that the eventual winner may randomly select a card and keep one from the loser's 60-card deck. I don't like that one because so yeah, you get to keep. I don't think that would ever be honored personally. Maybe in tournament play. You can also put down these diplomacy cards. If you happen to build your deck with both Federation and Klingon in it, you can, with this card down, you can mix and match. So here's an alliance, for example. Let me go ahead and just pull that up. Plays on table. Your Federation and Klingon affiliations recognize this treaty. They can now mix and cooperate. Normally they wouldn't, but with that little trade, with that little treaty in play, they can do that. So yeah, there's treaties for all the different factions here. Again, all sorts of event cards. I bought a bunch of these rescues, which I found to be really useful. Basically, it's regenerates a card, exchange this event for any one card from your discard pile. So if you happen to lose a nasty dilemma or something, you can rescue, get it, rescue, he's Q. You rescue the cards that you lost and so on. So yeah, there's a lot of iconic cards in here. Red Alert does what? Plays on table allows you to play as many ship, personnel, and equipment cards as desired each turn. So I guess you're limited until you play Red Alert. There's interrupt cards, which are like event cards, like in Magic the Gathering, but these can be played anytime. So there's like Sarek, for example, Scan, Klingon, Rite of Vengeance, Escape Pod. There's all sorts. Crisis. Croesus, I'm sorry. He's a Borg Renegade. Wormhole. Equipment. You can put. I'm guessing you can put these on various crew members or on the ship that you have to Federation and non-aligned use only. Each of your personnel strength +2 where present cumulatives. Yeah, so these are various pieces of equipment that you can assign to your crew. Romulan Disruptor, Klingon Disruptor, to give your crew members buffs. So yeah, so now I'm getting into like the black cards. I don't remember, I think this was like a different edition that came out. That was, I mean, you can mix and match these, but I think I separated them for some reason. I don't know exactly why. But yeah, there's even a neutral one. There's a neutral planet that you can only do a neutral, like only neutral crew can handle that. So yeah, more of these dilemmas. Some are mix of space and planets, some are not. Let's see if I can get to some of these other ones here. The Enterprise C, that was, let me go ahead and pull that bad boy out. Yeah, I did manage to collect some really good cards. This is, yeah, this is the little, like, I think this symbol means that it was part of like a different universe, or it was like a dark, I don't know, I don't remember the exact name of the expansion, but, it's like, you know how Magic the Gathering comes out with all these different versions every year. Well, this is one. So yeah, there's Ambassador class 878, pretty decent ship there. And then Montgomery Scott, I managed to collect. I've got more. Beverly Picard is down here from. I wonder if this is like alternate universe or something like that. Engineer, Astrophysics, Honor, Miracle Worker 783, low strength, but he's pretty good otherwise. I got a few of those cards actually. Beverly Picard is here. What else do I have? There's some Klingons. Some of these have white border counterparts. I don't know. Again, I don't know what I was thinking as a kid when I was putting all of this together. The Decius was a Romulan D-Derrix class. Major Recall, that's when Counselor Troy went undercover as a Romulan to do something. I think it was to transport ambassadors or something to the Federation that were trying to defect. So yeah, VIP 484, some abilities down here. GOM 2, Edo Vessel, Weapons of 10, Shields X. X is equal to 8, however, there is always a 50-50 chance any attack is nullified. So yeah, some of these ships are like really powerful. So, yeah, I want to say this is pay to win, but if you got a good deck, you're guaranteed almost to win every single time, depending on everyone else. Yeah, so more event cards over here. There's more interrupt cards over here. And I apologize if you can't see any of this stuff. The computer. This brings back memories. Oh, yeah, this is the place I used to get all these cards from. Starbase 1, Forbes Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA. I don't think this place is around anymore. I think it's long gone. I think this was my deck. So here's another, like, I think I've combined, like, these are all of my location cards. I think. Yeah, these are all different. Relief Mission, Stellar Cartography, Test Mission. So I think these cards are for me to complete, or I can put them on the timeline and I can attempt my own missions, but I think I can put dilemmas under anything. There were rare artifacts that you could get in this game that did various things. Here's Curlin, whatever. Placed in hand until placed on a ship as an event card. If the ship has all 7 personnel types aboard, its range, weapons, and shields are all tripled. Betazoid Gift Box, the Thought Maker, Artifact, Interface Generator, Toxutot. Placed in hand until played on table as an event. So basically you have to play this Toxutot first, and then I can play a Supernova card after that. The Supernova, I believe, eliminates every single thing on the table, I think. Yeah, so I've got all of these different artifacts. And then my dilemmas are just nasty. I've got, let's put these in here. So yeah, I've got a lot of these Armis cards. Yeah, basically kill one away team member. Random selection, discard dilemma. So yeah, there's all sorts of nasty ones that I think I seeded into the deck. Impassable Door, Needs computer skill. A lot of hunter gangs. And again, I don't know if I have a limit to how many cards I like of the same type I can play in my deck. Because now that I look back at this, like some of this stuff like does seem to be a little unbalanced. So I'm thinking maybe only 2 copies of a card can be used. Here's my favorite dilemma. A Borg ship. Yeah. Self-controlling ship. Weapons equals 24. Shields is 24. Start here. Attacks everything. End of every turn. Moves 1 card toward and off space lines long end. Destroy for bonus. So if you stay out of this way, yeah, I got a few Borg there. Trellian Plague ship. Cytherians. And again, I've got Q. And I think my main faction here was the Klingons. Just because their ships were pretty powerful. The Feklar, which is pretty powerful, like Dreadnought kind of ship. General Worf, Kimtar, which was Alexander in the future. It was an episode of Star Trek where he came forward in time. Or no, as an adult he came back in time. So yeah, really cool. So I got all of those, and I got more cards behind here. Equipment. Oh, here's the Supernova card that you play with the Tox Utot. Warp Core Breach. Lore Returns. Traveler. Wow, this does bring back memories. This seems more than 60 cards, I'm just saying. So I don't know, again, I don't know what my reasoning was for creating this area. Hugh, Croesus. Okay. More event cards, QNet. Some more cards back here. I don't know why they're back. Maybe these are cards that I'm using. Maybe I was picking and choosing as a kid which ones I wanted. And I couldn't decide what my deck was going to be, so I just sort of put them all the cards I wanted to use back here somewhere. Oh, here's some of my more rare cards. I've got the Yamato, the Galaxy. Here's William Riker. I think he was, what, 30, 40 bucks at the time. I don't know what he is now. But yeah, there's William Riker here in plastic. I guess I was smart enough to do that at least. 877 has all of these abilities. I have... looks like Deanna Troi and Worf. These things are annoying. There we go. So yeah, Deanna Troi, there's Worf, another Montgomery Scott, Ian Andrew Troy, though he was in one episode, Lieutenant Junior Grade Picard during the whole episode with Q when he was killed. What else do we have here? There's Leah Brahms, Paul Rice, there's Alexander Roshenko as a kid. Yeah, Sarek, another Enterprise C, Richard Castillo from the Enterprise C. Yeah, I think that's it. Again, I don't know what my deck was, to tell you the truth. It was probably wrong anyway, because, again, I really didn't follow the rules. But I don't know if you can actually buy these cards anymore. I didn't really look. I found them. I'm like, hey, maybe I'd like to show this off, because there was someone that was commenting on my Star Trek Adversaries video that they remembered the customizable card game, and I'm like, I might have that. So I looked, and lo and behold, here it is. So I might, if I have time, reread these rules and try and figure this out again, and then try and make sense as to what I was doing here. But, yeah, if you guys want to see more content of this or just want to share your stories, let me know in the comments below. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.